At first glance, this appears to be a well-designed, professional-looking booth space. It showcases elegant wood furnishings and has a unified, upscale look and feel. They have 3 large tower structures that serve a couple of different purposes. The one on the right is being used as a presentation area. The one on the lower left is a display rack with a diversity of product brochures, and the top left structure is serving as a branding stanchion. There is also a low sentry station on the upper center area of the booth that is being used as a desk and 2 tables in the center. The large wall structures have created a fortress with a safe zone in the center, and only a narrow entry point is provided off the show's main drive aisle on the left side of the booth. This is an example of a booth that is aesthetically pleasant, but dysfunctional and counterproductive to the exhibiting experience. It reveals an exhibitor who is attempting to execute all phases of the conversion process simultaneously without any understanding of where they fit in the minds of their target attendees. As is so often the case, instead of doing 1 or 2 things really well, they are doing many things without a defined structured process, which typically delivers mediocre results at best. Allow me to explain what I mean. Tower 1 is a branded light-up display, and Tower 2 is an unmonitored product rack holding a variety of different publications. Both of these structures are great for awareness-building activity. Tower 3 on the right side of the booth houses a presentation area. Presentation areas like this are effective during the consideration phase for conveying information and showing applications of the product or service offering. Table 1 appears to have a demonstration unit on it, which is great for preference-building activity like hands-on demonstrations to engage the target attendees. Finally, Table 2 is a seating area, which is perfect for private consultations, which is essential during the conversion activity. Notice that there is no focused, structured flow. An interested attendee would need to move from Tower 1 to Tower 2, where they would hopefully be intercepted by a staff person and invited to see a presentation. Consequently, they would be escorted over to Tower 3. After the presentation, the staff person would bring them over to Table 1 and do a hands-on demonstration, and finally slide over to Table 2 to try and convert the would-be attendee into a loyal lifetime advocate. The purchase experience is disjointed, cumbersome, and inefficient. The design does not match the structured process, and consequently the staff's ability to successfully connect with target attendees is obstructed. This becomes evident when following the path of an attendee who is attempting to consume the space. I have selected a woman in a pink blouse on the main aisle, and I have circled her in yellow. Notice that the attendee approaches the booth and sees the branded Tower 1 sign. At this point, she is drawn to engage with the company by use of the materials on Tower 2. An experienced exhibitor would have established this as an interception point and started a qualifying process via face-to-face interaction and conversations with the attendee. Instead, the attendee meanders back to Tower 3 unescorted, and the opportunity to match the company offering to the attendee is wasted. She continues to circle the booth because the castle wall design, force field effect, and narrow guarded entrance points are unwelcoming and prevent her from stepping into the space. This prohibits her from trying out the offering in a demonstration, so she resorts to the only available mechanism presented by the company and picks up a few brochures before going on her way. In the end, this exhibitor has provided a reference experience which will make it easier for a competitor to make her feel valued by interacting with her face-to-face. The competitor who engages her in a hands-on demo will differentiate themselves and easily slide her into a long-term, loyal, converted customer relationship. A better approach would be to design the space with the purchase experience in mind. This will allow the staff to readily define their roles in order to execute phases of the conversion process effectively. Professional exhibitors understand that they need to focus on the phases of the conversion process in order to maximize their ROI. They do this by creating awareness about their offerings, or helping prospects to consider using the offerings, or showing the benefits and reasons to prefer the company over a competitor, or inviting specific target attendees to the booth for private consultations in order to drive conversion activities and create long-term relationships. Unfortunately, as is so often the case, Many exhibitors attempt to accomplish an array of goals but don't create the correct purchase experience structure, and instead of doing one or two things really well, they do many things with subpar results. Consequently, they have low return rates on their investment in shows and events.